Takes a long time, this old wiring, doesn't it? Hey guys, welcome back to Overlanding Omar. Today's video is about the solar panel and electrical, the first fitment anyway. What you can see there in the video is the profile that I'm using for the actual runners that are going to hold the solar panels. They're the same ones you can buy to fit your solar panels, your household solar panels on the roof of your house. So that's what I'm doing here, but unfortunately because of the protection rails on my roof are slightly higher than I thought they would, I've had to add an extra 5mm of alley plate underneath them, which is what I'm doing right now. And I'm prepping the alley with the primer and the Sika 252, and I'm just for good measure I'm putting flush or countersunk rivets to hold it all together before I mount them on the roof of the actual habitation box. So this is what I'm doing right now. It's just a sped up video showing you rather how I'm doing that. Alright, up the ladder we go. Here we are. As you can see, everyone, it's very bright. It's not too bad now, but it's still muggy. I managed to put all these on. I didn't film much of it, just some of it. So this is the profile. It is a bit weird, but it's the best I could get to make it go above this tie-in. And even now it's very close. I'm trying to minimize the height of the whole box because the box is higher than I'd like it, but it's what it is. So they're all glued in. Just for that to climb on top. Give me a second. Cheek on. So what I'm going to do now is determine whether there's enough cable to straddle the gap in between here. So I'm just about to cut that and see what that looks like. If you're in the sun, but sorry. So as you can see, that's pretty much where the panel is going to go, and yeah, just based on what I've got available, that will just about reach the other side, which means the other side will come about here, and I'll tuck them in underneath there somehow, and yeah, I think that's going to work because I'm doing it in series, so one plugs into the other. So you got this one plugs into this one. Let's take you this side. Ooh, a bit windy again. So this one will plug into that one will plug into that one will plug into that one. We'll take the positive or negative off that one, positive or negative off this one, and drill a hole somewhere here, which I'm going to measure now to make sure I've got it right. Okay, just making sure that the alley extrusion that's going through the roof it's good. Inaccurate, but because that should be 50mm, but I know it's there, so it's miles away from that, which is a good thing. So now triple check Hair raising moment, drill a hole. Pretty much where I want it. Come back a bit more depending on the line. But here goes nothing. Put on the right measurements. Okay, we'll leave it there and have a look inside. Alright, camera's on. I haven't seen it yet. I'm about to. Here we go. Here we go. Oh yes. There it is. Oh, that's good. Enough room to get a pipe. It's good. Let's finish it off and get this thing done. I'd love to show you the rest of it and how it was all connected, but I've lost the footage. But this is what it looks like on the inside in this little junction box. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'm going to just plug in the ones that are there and temporarily fix them on because it's getting quite late. My knees are starting to go and I'm waiting for the glue to dry on the gland inlet for the wiring, so I don't want to knock that with one of the solar panels. So as you can see, with the beautiful sunset that we have, got this one, just enough room in there, and the other two are there as well, 3 rather, and there's one more going to be there. So I'm just about to snip the cable ties to release the coil of cable under that panel, and then tomorrow the other one here, if the wind's not too bad. I'm just going to look at my diagram, trace that out beforehand. Not sure if you can see that, and just plumb them in. I've already done this one. I'm going to do this one, and do that one tomorrow and that one tomorrow when this panel goes in. So there you go, all done. Another job ticked off the list. Back on the roof, putting the new clamps on, which are the right size, because before I had the old style. So Yes, I know what you're thinking. Where did that slide out platform and those stairs come from? Unfortunately, it sounds like an old record now, but the SIM card that had that footage where I fabricated it all has been destroyed. So what I'll do is I'll do like a walk around of it at some stage. I won't do it in this video, but I'll do it in a future video to show you how I made it. It's reasonably simple, just takes a little bit of patience and perseverance. All four are in, but this side the truck's leaning a bit. So there we go. They look very impressive. So now it's time to wire them all up and yeah, move on with that. I might have to take the bottom one off to get to the isolator switch there, and we continue with the saga. This is the setup that I've decided to do on the opposite side of the water tank. So the batteries are literally opposite on the other side, a mirror image of this area. So you can see the Victron inverter on the left there, my MPPT charge, solar charger up the top right. Then I've got, I think, my DC to DC charger, and the one right in the background is the DC to DC charger that will come from the truck motor into the system, and below all that is the Lynx distributor panel, which I've started to mount in there as well. Up my ground wire, it's getting a bit dark, so I've got a 50 by 10 on that one and a 50 by 8 on there. I've just given them a quick sand, just given them a quick wipe with some meths to make sure there's no grease on there. And I'm going to put them on. It's probably not going to be totally permanent at this stage, but like I said, I'm keen to get the system up and running just to see what's what. So just give me a quick wipe over, nothing major. heat shrink on there, so it's obvious that it's not a power cable. Alright, so that's him done. The next one is the Victron one, so I'm going to run him from that point there. Can hardly see that there, through here, down there, across to the back of this. And then the last one to get this circuit going is the earth from the battery and the earth from this MPPT, which happens to be on this side. So you don't want to run the MPPT controller without it feeding something, because apparently it causes damage to the MPPT. So even though I got an oscillator anyway, so I've still got to wire that in. So I've still got heaps to do, and it's time consuming, but every day is another day closer to D-Day of switching it on. Yeah, got to go run the battery earth lines as well, so I've got to link each battery with an earth line and then bring them down to here. It's more time, so maybe I should just wait for the links distributor to get here. That would make things a lot easier. So this is going to be the earth cable from the Victron. It's a bit windy, so if you can't hear me, I apologise. To the links distributor, so I'm just marking where I need to get the sheath off with this really cool tool. I've not seen one before. So basically put that knife, and we're going to go rotate it a few times like that, and then slide it across. The blade rotates and cuts. That's the theory, and we should be able to just take it off like so. So that's home. Just want to make sure there are no stray wires coming off. So that's him in, and I'm going to crimp him. I've got the 50mm dies in there. Just open it up, put him in. Just see the glue coming out there. And what I'm going to do is put the neutral banding on, a bit like this one here, to show that it's an earth, not a neutral rather, or a positive. Straight down with that. And now we know its orientation. And now we're going to crimp it like that. So off it comes again. Just a bit of a awkward one, that one. So you can see where I've marked it. There and there, so that lines up with that line there, if you can just see that, and that's where I'm going to crimp it. So I'll do that now, and then I'll come back and put it on after I've... Okay, we're back. So what I'm going to do now is I give the lugs a bit of a clean with some meth, and I've slightly sanded down the lugs to clean them up a bit. I'm just gonna clean those up like that. Clean under there, make sure everything is clean and no grease. just good practice, I guess. Just go in the reverse direction this time. So I'm going to put him through like that, and I think the order is serrated copper washer first, so it bites, then it's the lug through there, and just, it's a funny one, isn't it, this one? So put it down there, then it's the washer, and then it's the copper washer, and then it's the nut wherever I put that. Where's that? Oh, there it is. So there's the nut, and that goes on like that. To the one that goes to this one, and then what we'll do is we'll put all the earths onto this post. I think that's the only way we only. Here we are again, lovely people, overlanders. We're at the wiring the solar panel tails. I'm not sure if you can see it because it's getting a bit dark, but I'm they're coming in through there, so these two are for the rear door ones, but those two at the back there, and it's the furthest one that's live, and I'm now wiring it down this side, and it's going to go through here into the trunking and up into the PV controller. So that's what I'm doing now. Just measure up the bootlace up to it like that. It's pretty much where that steel that you see. Mark it there. By marking it, I can then use this lovely little gadget here. Alright, both ends are crimped now, so this is hopefully the right length. I've got the black one and the red one ready to go. Alright, so the wires are ready to go in, and what I thought I'd just quickly explain, I've bought one of these Z Benny. They're quite a prominent manufacturer, I think they're Chinese anyway. It's a PV switch disconnector. Technically this is used on the roof of a house, but it does the same thing. There's lots of ways of using it, but I got it because it's rated to 32 amps, and I've only got 10 amps coming through from up the top because I wired mine in series. Quite a cloudy, overcast day for a change because it's been absolutely boiling, and I'm just going to double check that I've got the right terminals to connect to, because you don't want to make that mistake. So with this one, it's a those of you who are electricians will probably be quite aware of it, but it's got these very funny stepped positions. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to test that. What I'm going to do is just check. So the furthest right one over here is positive, and the furthest, the next one to the left, which is number 3, is negative. And I'm going to put these two in, and you will see, I don't know if you can see that, but I've got 156.8 volts coming through still. If I check these two here, there should be nothing, because there's nothing connected to it. And I've got 1.4 millivolts coming through that. So there's nothing there. So I know it's live. Now, the switch is actually off for safety, because 160 volts is not good, even at 10 amps. It'll kill you. So I'm going to switch it on now. It's not connected to the PV or anything like that. You should never switch it on without the battery connected to the MPT. But I'm switching it on to make sure I've got continuity. So 1 should be 2 down here. So I'm going to make sure that 1 is the positive. And so 1 to 2, so we're putting the positive on 2, and the negative should be 3 to 4. So I'm putting those in. And theoretically, I should get, it says, I'm not sure what's happening, 2, I think maybe it's too far, yeah, try that. I'm not sure why, but we're not getting what I expect we should be getting, so, there we go, alright, the probe can't reach the screw because I've undone it. Let's just see what's happening here. There we go. So now I've got exactly the same 156 volts as before as the output. Switch it off so I don't kill myself. So basically I want my 2 outputs to be here. I hope that makes sense. It was a weird switch when I first got it. I had to look it up. I thought they'd just come in and out from top straight to bottom, but it doesn't work like this. This one works as a cross, which makes it a little bit more interesting, but that's the right way to do it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wire these up now that it's off, and I'll put them through here. And what I'm doing is I'm using this trunking to go into there, and where the cap will go I'll drill a hole so this doesn't rest in there. It just makes it a neater job. One is positive to 2, negative, which is 3, to 4, which is right there. Turn around so, and he's going to end there somewhere like that, and these 2 are going to go there. I'm double checking that's off, which it is. And I'm going to go with the positive. So positive is going to go into here. Into here. Wherever it is. There it is. And negative into there, wherever it is. So now we just double check. Positive. PV. Negative, and it's running back into there. So I'll just tighten these up, and that's that done. So I'm pretty much sorted. I've got the earth cable here all linked in down to here. I'm just going to check all my wiring, and then tomorrow I'm going to put in all the control unit, the Servo GX, and make sure the COM cables are connected to the Victron inverter, and just basically go through the whole thing before I switch it on, because I can't wait to get the batteries charged. 2 of those batteries have been with me for a long time. The other 2 are quite new, but they're all holding 49 plus volts, so they're doing all right.